Many times there are requirements for capital other than that introduced into the business. So there are chances of getting loan from either bank, other financing companies, or from other persons who are able to provide us loan. So the loan is of two types. One is which we get and the other one is what we give. So let's see loan. It's of two types. One is the loan borrowed. The other one is lent. Well, for the loan borrowed, we have to pay interest. And for the loan lent, we have lent it to someone else. So we are going to receive the interest. So here when for the loan borrowed, it is a liability as we have to pay it back. Whatever amount we borrow from someone else, we have to pay interest on it, which is again an expense, and the borrowed amount has to be given back. So it is a liability, and the money lent to someone is an asset because one day or the other that person is going to return it back to us, because of which it is an asset, and the amount receivable as interest is also our income. So let's see how to pass the journal entry for these two transactions. For the loan borrowed, we are receiving the amount in the beginning, but we have to pay it. So the loan is loan is always a personal account because we are getting it from either the bank or some other person. So it is a personal account. So the giver, we are receiving the cash. So cash has to be debited, and the entity which is giving us, either it is the bank or some other person, it has to be credited because it is again a liability which we have to pay. So the entry goes cash account debit to loan account. Here loan, I have just written loan because we are, if it is taken from bank, it will be bank's loan account. If it is from Mr. C, then Mr. C's loan account, that way. Now as we have taken the loan, we have borrowed the loan, we have to pay the interest to the person or the entity from whom we have taken the loan. So the interest becomes our expense, because of which the interest has to be debited, and we are giving it maybe through cash or through check. So that will be credited as the balance reduces. So the interest account will be debited and the cash account will be credited. The entry will go as interest on loan account debit to cash account, as the interest is our expense and the cash is going up. So cash will be credited and interest will be debited. Now let's see for the loan lent. When we give loan to someone else, we are giving away the cash, and that person is liable to give it to us in return. So this loan becomes our asset, due to which it is to be debited, and the cash is going out of our business, so the cash is to be credited. So the entry will be loan account debit to cash. here if we are giving the loan to Mr. Z, then Mr. Z's loan account debit to cash as cash is going out, and loan is an asset for us due to which it is debited. Now when Mr. Z is giving us the interest on the loan lent, then the interest becomes our income and cash is coming into our business, and as per the rule of real account, debit what comes in, cash balance is increasing, due to which the cash account will be debited and interest as it is our income, it will be credited. So the journal entry will be cash account debit to interest on loan lent account. This can be optional, loan lent on loan account. Fine. After seeing these two transactions relating to the loan and interest on loan, let's now see the transactions related to revenue and expenses. Normally, in day-to-day life of a businessman or a business, regular incomes and expenses are taking place. Well, the incomes and expenses are considered as the nominal accounts. Regular expenses are included in the nominal account, and the regular income are also again included in the nominal account. So, as per the rule of nominal account, all the income and gains are to be credited and the expenses are to be debited. Or in other words, as per the golden rule, all the expenses and losses are to be debited and the income and gains to be credited. So in that context, the stationery expense related to the pencil, rubber or the papers or any other kind of expenses relating to the rent payment, the wages payment, salary payment, the electricity bill, the bills for rent of the land or the machinery, all these kind of payments are the expenses for the business, as we are paying amount for all these kind of things. So it becomes the expense, due to which all these things are debited. And when we get brokerage or commission or any interest or any kind of what we can say receivables are received by us, these are the incomes due to which they are to be credited. Let's see an instance. For example, wages of rupees 500 is paid by cash. So here the cash is going out. Well, the wages is our expense, due to which the entry will be wages, as it is the expense, it is to be debited, and cash is going out, so it is to be credited. Wages account debit rupees 500 to cash account rupees 500. Now, when we receive brokerage of rupees 150, we are receiving it. So here the cash is coming into our business. So here the cash account will be debited and the brokerage account will be credited, as it is our income. So the transaction will be, the entry will be, cash account debited rupees 150 to brokerage account rupees 150. Here one thing has to be noted down: the rent, commission, brokerage, all these are such kind of terms which are either payable or receivable. So it is very important to read it properly in the question if the rent is payable or receivable. So in this transaction, the brokerage was receivable. It is, we received cash of rupees 150 as brokerage. So the brokerage is to be credited, as it is the income for the business. And if the commission is paid, commission of rupees 500 is payable to Mr. C. Here the commission is payable, due to which it is an expense. So it will be debited. These things have to be considered when we are writing the answer to the questions. Hope so you've got a clear idea about loans and the interest on loans and the revenues and expenditures, how they are taken and written in the journal book. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.